All right, let's just do it. Let's just get this out of the way. Look, again, a little bit of a break middle of the summer. I'm ready to get back into groove, and who better to give DJ Eastwood a topic to jump back into YouTube than Ben fucking Simmons, bro. All right, I don't want this video to be too long, but let's just do it. I do want to tell you guys this. I'm drinking iced tea out of this glass, and look at this. Oh my God, can you see it in the light? This has been in my cabinet for so long. I don't know why it's still there. It's probably bad energy in my kitchen, but yes, I'm drinking out of a Ben Simmons pint glass. All right, let's go. There's an Eminem song called Old Time's Sake with 50 Cent and Dr. Dre, right? And it was the last time Eminem, 50 Cent, and Dr. Dre were on a song together, and it was called Old Time's Sake. That's what we're doing. This is the last time DJ Eastwood is making a video ever mentioning Ben Simmons. I promise you.
Run it back, Philly. No frauds, no fanboys, no intros.
Perfect. Give me my hat.
Run it back, Philly. No frauds, no fanboys, no intros.
All right, let's read the quote, and then I got some things to say. Okay. Here we go. Ben Simmons reflects on Philly. He says, "I'll always have love for Philly. People always ask me, like, no, they don't. No, people do not always ask you. People always ask me, if you were to get traded again, where would you want to be? I always say just Philly. Philly is a second home to me. And in time, you learn and grow as people. I don't really have anything bad to say about Philly. It was a crazy situation at the end, but it is what it is." Bro, there is so many sociopathic, self-righteous, hidden things between the lines in this single quote. I'm telling you guys, Ben Simmons is a psychopath. I'm telling you, I could not be more clear. All right? When he pulls a Scott Peterson in 20 years, y'all gonna be like, DJ Eastwood was telling y'all this dude was a psycho. If you don't know who that is, Google Scott Peterson. Now listen, the first problem I have with this is Philly is a second home to me. You were never hanging out in Philly. What are you talking about, bro? Philly is not a second home to you. You were living in South Jersey in a house that you sold to Castellanos, who then had the worst year of his career as a Philadelphia Philly because he was living in your house. Only time I really remember you being in Philly is a video of you coming out of a coffee shop getting booed on the street for buying coffee in Philly. Philly's not a second home to you. Philly hates your guts. Now, here's the real problem I have with the quote, and this is the real sociopathic part of it, and I'm not kidding at all. For him to say, in time you learn and grow as people, I don't really have anything bad to say about Philly. He's right off the bat spinning the direction of his opinion to what the fans did to him. Do you understand what I'm saying here? He's right away, as soon as he tries to talk about Philly, he right away speaks in a direction about what the fans did to him. We learn and grow as people. I don't have anything bad to say about Philly. He's saying, even with everything Philly did to me. That's what I'm saying. That's how delusional this guy is. He thinks Philly was mean to him. He has no idea the reality of the situation. He's saying, I forgive Philly. Bro, we didn't do anything wrong. We witnessed a grown baby who couldn't shoot a basketball. It was a crazy situation at the end, but it is what it is. You made it crazy. You told us you're not showing up. Then you found out you're going to get fined $20 million and you showed up to the arena unannounced. You showed up to an NBA practice facility unannounced and knocked on the door. Do you know how insane that is? You had to text Elton Brand to let you in. This is true, bro. This is not okay. This is not okay. So anyway, the feeling I got initially when I first heard this, I would go back to Philly. You know, it's all love. It's like a second home to me. Whatever. Did you ever have secondhand embarrassment? Do you know what secondhand embarrassment is? When you watch something so awkward happen that you feel the embarrassment by watching it? That's what I felt. You know what I felt like? There's an old MTV True Life episode. And this is going to be before some of your time, but there used to be a show on MTV called True Life. And there was an episode called True Life, I'm Coming Out of the Closet. That specifically has nothing to do with Ben Simmons, but here's what happened. There was a dude that was coming out of the closet, okay? Now, he was clearly, it was obvious. He didn't have to come out. That's what I'm saying. And on the show, he's sitting on a couch, and he tells all of his friends. And they all look at each other like, who's going to tell him? Who's going to tell him? That's what I felt reading this. We're all looking at each other like, bro, who's going to tell him that we don't want him back in Philly? Who's going to, on that show, who's going to tell him that we knew that? Now listen, I don't hate Ben Simmons. I want everybody to understand that. I don't hate Ben Simmons. I hated Ben Simmons being on my basketball team. I need you to understand that, because when I went on a rant about the mental health stuff that he said, people were so mad about that. They're like, how could you hate an athlete so much that you're going to clown them for claiming mental health? I don't hate him. I wanted him off of my damn basketball team. And Ben Simmons' claim is telling everyone I have mental health issues is a lot like that MTV episode. We already knew that. It's also like a murderer claiming insanity. You know what I'm saying? We know you're insane. That's why you got to go. We know that. We know you have a mental issue. We know that. You're on a basketball court and you can't bring yourself to shoot a basketball. I agree. That is insane. But you got to go. That's all. And his delusion and how much he only focuses on himself and just kind of how he doesn't see the world realistically. Okay, I kind of hate him. You're right. So that's it. That's the quote. It's insane. And I want to kind of put it into perspective of how crazy this is, okay? This would be like James Harden sending an RSVP to Daryl Morey's, but this would be like James Harden coming to Daryl Morey's birthday party. This is like an ex-girlfriend who you despise, who also despises you. You had a violent breakup. This is like that ex-girlfriend commenting on a photo of your child's first day at school. This is like Ted Bundy's grandson starting a charity to support feminism. And last thing, just to throw it out there, shout out to Mike Meach, because, the Ben Simmons quote is insane. And Mike Meach on Twitter, @Meach1, said, I didn't want to read that Mark Spears Ben Simmons puff piece, but I couldn't help myself. Seems just as delusional as he was on JJ Redick's podcast last year. But here's my favorite part. I've been doing 2-on-2 for weeks. We started from 1-on-1, minimal contact. I'm taking hits. I'm doing more improvement. There's some things I do on the court where see how it feels. Then it's like a process. Your brain's relearning certain movements and things like that. But I've been feeling great and progressing well. We're at 2-on-2. We're introducing more bodies on the floor. Meach one says, bro, just play ball, you weirdo. Just play ball! Why are we... Bro, this guy can't play basketball. Ben Simmons cannot play basketball. He can't handle playing an organized sport. If this was an insane quote. If you're overcomplicating a game to this level, we're like, all right, now let's try a little 2-on-2. See how you handle that, Then we'll introduce another player. Then we'll see how your mental state reacts to maybe 3 people being on the floor. What the fuck? I said last year it's getting to the point where it's sad and I feel bad for him. And I do. This is a mental issue. This is somebody, and there might be a 30 for 30 someday. There might be a 30 for 30 someday about Ben Simmons and how, he was given everything, he was handed everything. The 6'10", 240-pound frame, runs like a gazelle, an absolute physical specimen. 99.9% of people that ever existed will not have the physical gifts that Ben Simmons was given. And his mental was so screwed up that he could not play basketball in the NBA. That's actually wild when you think of it. And it is sad. It is sad. Thanks for another video, Ben. I mean, I don't know what else to say. Thank you. See you later. And here, last thing. Would Ben Simmons ever be welcome back in Philly? The answer is no. Okay? And the people on the internet, people on Twitter, or X, sorry, the softest fucking place on earth, will never admit this, and they think Philly fans are mean, and we should all cheer and welcome him in. They say just this soft-ass participation trophy bullshit. They don't understand it because they were never there. If Ben Simmons would ever get traded back to Philly, it would never happen. But if he would ever get traded back to the Sixers, he would absolutely get booed for the rest of his life. And Joel Embiid could go out there, grab the microphone, give a speech, tell everyone to be nice. Philly's not nice, bruh. We're just not. We're not in this to be nice. We didn't become fans of a team to be nice. You know what I mean? If we were all part of a therapy group, we would be nice, but we're not. We need therapy. That's why we're here. No, it could never happen. That's just the answer to that. Y'all have a splendid day, man. We're going to be back on the grind very soon. Peace.